So it's easiest to talk about Gen Z and Gen Alpha as sort of individual generations. I do all the time. But in truth, it's it's treating them as a monolith within the categories themselves is not actually helpful for revealing how young people are living. The way they use technology might be different. Obviously, the life stages they're going through are a little bit different, but their needs for community, for figuring out who they are, what their identity is like, and their place in the world is really what we have to be paying attention to because that's leading their behavior and what they expect from brands. And that I think is much more predictable at this point and more reliable than demographic or even strictly psychographic boundaries because each generation is so nuanced. They have so many more resources. Their reach is so much more global, right? They're listening to K-pop, they're getting streetwear inspiration from Nigeria. There's no way to cover what a whole generation is doing or thinking by summing them up in one generation. So it's much easier to understand the groups within them. Boundary between their digital lives and their physical IRL lives are pretty blurred at this point, which scares a lot of people and a lot of parents, but I don't think it's as nefarious as it has to be. They're really looking for shaping their own identity, what their identity means, and that can change day to day. They're trying on different forms and expressions of identity. Yes, that's orientation such as sexual orientation, gender orientation, even, micro trends. But really, it's about figuring out who they are in an unprecedented world. I know we're all tired of that word after the pandemic, but they're figuring out who they are and figuring out ways to co-regulate and to get their emotional needs met within the lives they're already building. And so much of that is their hobbies, and one of which is shopping online and gathering in those spaces.